have, on Cedric Nash, I have Miss Phelps. People versus Cedric Nash. Miss Phelps is now on for,
I think I lost the file again.
for Miss Albright. Do you have it? It's set at 9:20. It's a gun case.
I haven't gotten any word.
She wants a discovery order, and I was gonna adjourn it to March the 17th. I told her to wait for you so that you could, I don't know what the discovery is, if you email it to her or what you're doing.
She doesn't have paper discovery?
I do have paper discovery. I'm looking for the body cam and dash cam for this case.
Shoot, I just wrote the wrong name down. I'll call to see if there is that. Did you happen to hand in the discovery order to the Romulus Police Department?
I did not personally. I just took over the case from Valerie. I don't have any notes about that.
I mean, I can get it from you, but I get it from the Romulus Police Department. Then I send it to you. So it's faster, but I mean, if you want me to get it for you, that's fine too.
Whatever works, I'm happy to do
It's
that.
Kelly Froggett. I can call her.
Okay.
Okay, do you ever, she's NDS, so do you have her email?
Yes. Oh, I have her.
No, I know you have your email.
No, I already sent her the paper discovery.
Okay. I just want to make sure because she just got on. So I'm going to adjourn it to March the 17th at 9 a.m. and it's going to be with Judge Oakley, and you're in contact with your client, Ms. Phelps?
Yes.
Okay. All right, then. Is that it for you for today?
That's it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, good. You're all set. Thanks. And then on People versus Elijah Favors, Ms. Young.
Hi, Judge.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
And we have Mr. Favors on also. For purposes of arraignment, because I had this set, do you waive the formal reading?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then I'll enter a plea of not guilty, set this now for purposes of the PCC. I set it for an arraignment and PCC today when I think it was him that reached out. I can't remember how we got here, but do you have that file, Miss? Oh, no, this is Darian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I jumped the gun, Miss Young. Sorry
That's
about
okay.
that.
I'll text Darian because I gotta go to court. I need to be in Taylor District Court.
Yeah, no worries. If you get her on, we'll do it.
Okay, thank you.
Now, Miss Gillis, though, I do have Mr. Restelli, and we have Miss Poole on that.
And Judge, just to let you know, I know my client is very eager. I did tell him if he wanted to, he could call me at 8:45, but I don't know if it's necessary for the call.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, the only thing I would say is, I don't know what the status. We lost Jane Gillis. I don't know what the status of this case is, but if you were looking at a waiver, as long as if he wanted to call in on speaker, we could negotiate doing that. I don't know if that's something you'd be interested in doing. I don't know what the deal is on this case.
Your Honor, this is the first time it's on for probable cause conference.
Okay.
So,
And
No,
Ben?
not you. I was having nightmares.
Miss Gillis,
yes.
we're doing Andrew Restelli. People
Okay.
versus Andrew Restelli. Mr. Restelli is in a facility waiting to be admitted. He's at Beaumont, my understanding is waiting to be admitted into a psych facility.
Okay.
And Ms. Poole is on this case. It's the first time it's set for a PCC. Ms. Poole, what's your preference?
Your Honor, we'll be asking for another probable cause conference. This is a matter where I received paper discovery just last night. I'm in the process of reviewing it. I'm not sure if there's any body camera or dash cam in this in this case. And
You
yes,
know-
I have spoken with Mr. Rostelli. He was admitted last Friday. I do have documentation.
Are
They
you asking-
supplied us, they faxed it to us. We have the documentation also.
Okay, so the file doesn't indicate it's a auto theft case. I will inquire. Usually auto theft cases have very little video, these types of cases, because the police aren't there when it happens.
I understand. Also, I'm not sure, I'm unclear as to how long he will be in the psych facility.
Yeah, and we didn't get any indication because we didn't get anything. We got something from Beaumont that he is pending. And so what kind of an adjournment do you want, Ms. Poole?
This is probably him calling right now. I would be asking for, maybe 2 weeks, just to be safe. Excuse me, Mr. Rostelli? Hi, so we are on the record right now in your case. If you want to state your name for the record.
Andrew Nicholas Rostelli, Rastelli.
And I'm gonna put you on mute for a second, okay?
Okay.
So I would ask for maybe 2 weeks because I have spoken with him and he's unsure as to how long he will be there.
That's fine. Ms. Gillis, any objection? Adjourn it 2 weeks to March the 3rd.
That's fine. And you,
At 9 a.m. and that's with Judge Martin.
and what's your, are you NDS by chance?
Yes, I am, and yes.
She's also our in-house counsel this morning, so.
I can put my email address in the chat if you would like me to do that.
Well, NDS, they're all,
Yes.
so.
Oh, and Miss Pilkowitz, is that correct? Yeah, we're just waiting. I know Cheney Field is in custody. We're just waiting for the jail. I'm not ignoring you.
All right, good.
I apologize that I didn't recognize, that I didn't acknowledge you.
You're all right. And I'm new to this courtroom, so it's good to meet you, Judge.
And nice to meet you too. Yeah, we're just waiting on the jail. And this is the first time that we've shifted the jail from 11 o'clock to the 8:30, 8:45. So we'll see. They asked us to do it, so hopefully they're accommodating a little bit. Miss Young, we have Miss Fortier, so I can go ahead and do that momentarily, hopefully.
Okay.
Are you? So on,
Just to confirm, we're all set on Mr.
we are
Rostelli,
all
correct?
set. Yep, you're all set. And Miss Poole,
Okay,
do you
thank
wanna, do you wanna hang out or do you wanna, if you message me your cell phone number, we can reach out if we need you, if
Yes.
you'd rather do that instead of you hanging out all day.
Okay, no problem. I will message you my cell phone number. You directly, right, Judge?
Correct. Because then if I need you on a case, then I'll message you. On People versus Elijah Favors,
Ready, Judge.
and we have Mr. Favors on and Miss Young on his behalf. I had this matter set for today. I did the arraignment while we were waiting for you, and this is the first PCC. I imagine, have you gotten any discovery? I'm presuming you haven't gotten any discovery yet.
Correct.
I can send the paper right now.
Okay, perfect.
Digital I requested, I'm still waiting for them to upload it. Judges, and when we have a minute, I'd like to address bond.
Go ahead.
Judge, this past weekend, there was a new domestic violence warrant for Mr. Favors that I received and I signed. It's a count of domestic violence and a count of malicious destruction of personal property. So it is a misdemeanor. But at this point, I'm concerned Mr. Favors has another case that
Yeah, that's now that my memory is being. I remember that this case is already set for an exam. Correct? Not this case. There's another case that's already set for an exam on like April 6th. Am I remembering the right defendant?
April 7th. That's right.
Thank you. So I am remembering correctly.
Yes,
Ms.
Judge,
Fortier,
that case-
you're like deer in the headlights. So I wasn't sure if I was right or not.
I was like deer in the headlights, Judge, because that's not a DV case. That's a general warrants case. So it took me a minute to.
Oh, okay.
That's
I thought I was given the information that it was another, that it was another DV case.
Judge, I do believe he has. I believe what started as a DV case in Third Circuit, that's no longer a domestic violence case.
Correct.
Hang on one second. Miss Poole, I got you. You're all set if you wanna go, and then I'll message you if we need you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yep. Okay, so see, I was gonna wait a second. No, it's set for an exam right now. So
No,
What
but
are
there's
the
another
charges?
case. Judge, there's another case.
okay,
besides the
I
other.
only care about the April 7th case. My understanding is it's a domestic and it's set for an exam in front of Judge Martin on April 7th. Yes or no?
No,
What is it?
it's a CCW reckless driving.
Okay.
Judge, if I may,
Yep.
in regards to the bond argument, there is another case besides this case, besides the one that's set on April 7th, and besides the new misdemeanor that is in the Third Circuit at this point that started as a domestic violence case. And it's my understanding that the domestic violence charge was dismissed because the complaining witness failed to appear at exam. So now the rest of the charges have been bound over to the Third Circuit Court. And Ms. Young can correct me if I'm wrong.
Your Honor, Mr. Favors has a pending CCW charge and nothing else in the Third Circuit Court at this time. And then there is the exam date that's already set for the CCW reckless driving. I was going to ask that this case be set for an exam, possibly on the same date, just for efficiency's sake.
Well, the problem is it can't be. I thought it was the same victim, do you know what I'm saying? I thought that it was a case, but it's a totally different case. So I can't put it on, Judge Martin's docket unless it's same victim, same case or whatever.
Okay.
So it's gotta be set. If it's gonna be set for an exam, it's gonna be set separately.
Okay.
With that being said, well, go ahead on the argument of bond, Ms. Fortier.
Judge, he picked up a new domestic violence case over this weekend with the same victim. At this point, I'm concerned for the victim's safety, and I think the bond needs to be raised, I think, at an absolute.
Well, what happened with the bond over the weekend? I mean, if he was arrested and he was arraigned on that second charge over the weekend, and what happened with that bond on the misdemeanor?
Judge, I'm not sure yet. I don't have the file back. I don't have the arraignment form, any of that information.
And Your Honor, this is all news to me. I'm not sure how I'm really supposed to address.
Don't,
Big
Mr. Favors,
argument.
don't say
Yeah.
anything.
If I may
please.
just finish. Judge, if you would prefer me to look up, I would imagine it is out of this court. So I would imagine I can probably find the ROA if you just give me 10 seconds.
No,
And
I can
I can-
actually have Heather do it quicker than you. Heather. We don't have anything. So,
Maybe he wasn't arraigned yet. I'm not sure because he's out.
yeah, I mean, if something happened over the weekend, we don't have anything. He was not arraigned over the weekend.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Judge, I signed the warrant this weekend. So I know that there is a pending warrant because I'm the one that signed it. And I think with that being said,
So,
he now has a pending warrant for another case with the same complaining witness. So I think that the bond needs to be raised, or in this new misdemeanor case, he needs to be given a higher bond if we want to do the arraignment on that right now. So there's no.
we can't do an arraignment on a file that we don't have, Ms. Fortier, in the first
Okay.
place, okay?
All
We
right.
don't have any paperwork, so I can't do an arraignment on something that you allegedly did over the weekend that we don't have any documentation for. I don't know where if you signed something over the weekend, we don't have it yet. So So I can't address that. This, this had not been arraigned. It had been out. The warrant was just entered into the system. This happened back in October. And I pulled it and set it for today only because I knew that there was the April 7th, which I mistakenly thought was another domestic. And I apologize. That was my miscommunication with Heather.
Okay, so then I suppose as an officer of the court, I just want the court to be aware that I signed another warrant for Mr. Favors this weekend with the same complaining witness. And at this point, I think in this case, I would ask for at least a tether because I have concerns about the complaining witness's safety.
Miss Young?
Your Honor, here's the thing. The complaining witness within the past week reached out to my investigator and spoke with my investigator about Mr. Favors, stating that she is not afraid of him. And in the case that he's being arraigned for today, that she already reached out to the prosecutor and stated that she doesn't want to go forward with this case. I've seen evidence myself, videos, text messages that strongly indicate to me that this is a complaining witness who has a lot of issues with Mr. Favors, and this is going to be a case that is not so clear cut. So,
My other comment though, Ms. Fortier, you've already had a domestic that went downtown or that was here and that she didn't appear. She has a history of non-appearance on other domestic charges with Mr. Favors, which concerns me.
Okay, so are you asking why I signed the warrant, Judge?
No. Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I'm asking with this particular case, I mean, and I'm usually pretty receptive to tethers, especially when you have incidents like this, but it concerns me. But Mr. Favors,
Yes, Your Honor.
you cannot have contact with this woman. Do you
Okay.
understand that? I don't know what these new pending charges are. Obviously, whatever the situation is, it's deteriorated to the point that if you have contact, it ends up badly for you.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that? And I'm sure that your attorneys talk to you about that. This is toxic no matter what level, no matter what the situation is. It's a toxic situation and you're the one that'll go to jail, not her. Do you understand that? And I'm sure that Ms. Young has had that conversation with you. Ms. Young?
yes, and I would also ask that the prosecutor have a conversation with the complaining witness and reiterate to her that the complaining witness needs to stop reaching out to Mr. Favors and needs to stop coming to his residence.
So I would just note that I have no issue reaching out to the complaining witness to indicate that. It sounds like the information you got from your investigator was maybe before this warrant.
I did understand that too, that it was.
Would also just note that the complaining witness in this case is not under a court order, is not under a no contact order. So while I will reach out to and speak with her, there is no technical court order that prevents her from contacting Mr. Favors.
That's a given. That's a given, Ms. Fortier.
Judge, I just would like to know, as a prosecuting attorney, I am aware that things go more smoothly and it makes it better for everyone when the complaining witness doesn't contact the defendant. But I
get it.
Place that on the record.
I mean, obviously there's something else going on here. That's my only is, and I take Ms. Young's position also as an officer of the court that the victim has made comments contrary to her situation with the prosecutor on what she wants happening with these cases and whatever.
Judge, would it not be noted that although potentially in the past maybe she hasn't come forward, that if these assaults are actually happening, that
I'm only interested on the issue of the tether for this moment. I'm not trying to make an assessment about the underlying case. I'm saying for purposes of today, there was no contact. I mean, whatever contact happened over the weekend, he didn't violate a bond that I know of, unless you're going to tell me differently. And so this is the first time that I'm seeing, or that my knowledge is that there's a bond regarding a no contact or regarding a situation with these two people. And at this point, especially in light of some of the stuff that it appears to have happened in the past, I'm going to give Mr. Favors the benefit of the doubt only on not doing a tether today and tell him you cannot have contact with this woman. if there is contact, then she should call the police. He's in violation of the no contact. And they should pick him up and we should immediately get on a Zoom and then talk about a tether or jail for a violation. That's my suggestion for today.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you,
So
Judge.
I'm going to leave him out on a $10,000 personal bond with no contact with the victim. Do you understand what that means, Mr. Favors?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you crystal clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Young, what do you want to do with the PCC?
If we could just set it out, giving the prosecutor enough time to get me all of the discovery, including the electronic discovery. So I don't know if that'll be a week or 2 weeks. Mr. out of custody, nothing is moving anyway, so.
Well, we're doing live exams and stuff.
District courts are moving rapidly. but
Yeah, I know. I don't
Okay.
think circuit court will ever catch up in your lifetime, definitely, and maybe in my lifetime. Ms. Fortier, how many weeks do you need?
Judge, I would ask for a new PCC maybe 2 weeks out. I don't
2
even
weeks?
have digital discovery, so.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll adjourn the PCC 2 weeks to March the 3rd at 9 a.m. And then actually, coincidentally, that is back with Judge Martin, and you can make your argument then to put it on her April 7th date if Ms. Fortier's.
I'm not available. Ms. Young, just so you're aware before we.
Oh,
have the
actually, I
argument,
knew that.
I'm not available that week. That is both my birthday and my baby moon. I will be out of town.
And I actually knew that because we were trying to schedule another PCC or another exam on that week. All right, so anything else, Ms. Young, with Mr. Favors?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, then you are all set. Ms. Fortier, do you have any other cases this morning?
Yes, I have Cheney Field with Miss Pilkowitz.
And we have Cheney Field on right now. Thanks,
And I have-
Ms. Young.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Favors, no contact.
Yes, Your Honor. No contact.
Okay, Mr.
All right,
Favors,
you're
you're
all
all set.
set.
You can sign off. I'm gonna call you.
Thank you. Ms. Pilkowitz, People versus DeAndre Cheneyfield, and we have Mr. Cheneyfield, is that you in the Division 1?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Do you need a breakout room, Ms. Pilkowitz? With
No, Judge,
Mr.
I just spoke with Mr. Cheneyfield yesterday. I think we're ready to go at this point. So, Your Honor, Mr. Cheneyfield currently has another case pending in Third Circuit Court before Judge Evans. We are actually appearing before Judge Evans today. And so I would just ask, and that's actually why he's in custody. It's a tether violation hearing.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't on this. He was arraigned with us over the weekend and go ahead.
Yes. So I would just be asking for a few more weeks, basically seeing how things shake out in circuit court. And then I can make, a better assessment to be able to advise Mr. Cheneyfield about how to move forward with this matter.
I think that's fair. This matter does arise from, I suppose, partially a bond violation with the same case in the Third Circuit. So I would agree with everything that Ms. Pilkowitz is saying. And he doesn't
How
have
many
to
weeks?
cover
2
yet.
weeks, 3 weeks? What's your preference?
I'm good with 2 weeks.
I do have the digital discovery in this case. It's just a matter of me redacting it. However, I have almost 30 cases in front of this one. So 2 weeks at a bare minimum, Judge.
What, can I do 3, Ms. Pilkowitz?
Sure. I would put on the record, I do have discovery. I believe my team administrator has uploaded the digital discovery, so I might already have it. So
I am very concerned about that. I am very concerned about how the defense attorneys, and it's not the defense attorney's fault, it's, I think, an administration fault, defect on our end, that these domestic violence cases, these digital discoveries keep getting sent out and they're not redacted. So I'm having a really hard time.
No. Ms. Pilkowitz, obviously, don't, if you got discovery that's not redacted, I would strongly advise you understand not to share
Judge,
information.
Of course. Yes, I understand.
Okay, well, I'll take you off my list then if you have it.
So let me.
I still am gonna do 3 weeks, Ms. Polkowitz, only because of the issue with that you're waiting on circuit court to do something on another case. I'm almost more concerned about that process being snail slow.
3 weeks sounds good, Your Honor.
All right, so March the 10th at 9 a.m.
Yep, that sounds good.
All right, Mr. Cheneyfield, I'm gonna put it at 9. I'm leaving him as our file indicates an out of custody. I know you're gonna deal with whatever in circuit today. All
Yep,
right.
I
You're-
imagine it should be out of custody, but again, if it's in custody, I can notify the court beforehand.
Okay, perfect. Yep, I'll notify Heather. All right, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Cheneyfield, I'll see you this afternoon, okay?
Okay.
All right, March 10th at
Okay.
10 a.m. Thanks,
Miss
Judge.
Howell, what case are you on? Miss Sutton, can you hear me?
Yes.
We're waiting on your attorney, Miss Sutton, who is, have you talked to your attorney, Kim Michon?
No.
Okay, well, we're waiting on Miss Michon from NDS, so just hang out for a few minutes, all right?